Now I say, do you like the government? And say yes.
Yes.
Oh, you need this. Okay. So just ask a question, no matter what they say. Hey, do you live here in town? Yeah, I do. Oh, great. You'll need this. Everybody will take.
Well, what I do
90%
is like with say an Obama deception. Hey, this is a really wild film about Obama. You ought to check it out.
Right.
Or
hey,
somebody.
Do you like Obama? Do you like Obama?
No.
Oh, you'll need this. You'll like this. This is a great DVD. You'll like this. Oh, you like Obama? Oh, here, you'll like this. You'll like this DVD. So whatever they say, yes or no, it doesn't.
Well, I've told listeners, and of course, you're a more professional salesman than I am. I just, do it innately. But I've always found if you're confident and happy, people will then take the info. But other folks are like, I've got this for you.
Well, there's an old saying that says, if you don't seem interested, how are they going to be? So, I mean, if you're not excited about what you're doing, how are they ever going to get excited about what you're doing? So, yeah, enthusiasm is the key. You got to go with zeal, but not with no knowledge. You got to have wisdom to go with that zeal. You got too much zeal and no wisdom, you're going to scare people off. You're going to scare all the fish away. But when you go fishing, you got to be quiet, you got to be stealthy, and you got to use the right bait. So bait your hook with certain questions that are leading, okay? Well, it doesn't matter if they say yes or no. Hey, do you love our government? Hey, do you like taxes? Hey, do you like green? Hey, are you married? Whatever question. It doesn't matter what they say. If they say yes or no, say, hey, well, you'll like this, or hey, you'll need this. The key is sowing those seeds. Once again, they won't all take root. They all won't bear fruit. But the bottom line is you just keep being.
You get the seeds in the ground, it's going to happen. Let's take some more calls. Catalina in Michigan, you're on the air with Darrel Rundus. Go ahead, Catalina.
Hello.
Hi, Catalina.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm excited.
Well, you know what? I wanted to tell you, my husband was driving through Detroit. He was doing a job, and he called me up immediately. He goes, Catalina, you wouldn't believe what I just saw. And I'm like, what? He says, an Obama gas station. And it was in Wyoming and Plymouth Road. And he said they had Obama hats out there and T-shirts, and they're selling all Obama.
Yeah, they've started
stuff.
Obama restaurants in New York.
Obama.
Are you serious? It scared the hell out of me. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? But, I wanted to tell you, I am sowing the seeds. I belong to several business networks. I'm giving out DVDs. I'm talking to people. I'm giving them your website. I've just been opening up eyes left and right, and whenever I get a new email, I always send it out or something interesting off your website, and people are asking questions, and people are starting to wake up. But my biggest concern is we're waking everyone up, and you kind of blew my idea of overthrowing the government. So what do you do to stop all this tyranny, stop all this terrorism?
If you just start saying no to corruption and you start getting involved and going to city council and speaking and going to church and speaking out, this New World Order will fall. If you just say no, 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 there's more good people than there are evil. If we just take action and educate others, this thing will fall. I appreciate your call, Catalina. Great call. And that was a question I wanted to have you on today about, because you're always so articulate over the phone about it. I want to have you back soon, Darrel, or over the phone at least. I'll make you drive down from Dallas. Romans 13, taken completely out of context. You say you're talking to Christians, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to let it all come and let it in. Even if it is the end of the world, don't we have to warn people?
Absolutely. I mean, that is just another excuse for people not to face their fear and to get up and get out and do something. I mean, we are called to be the light of the world as a Christian. I mean, you know what? I get sick to my stomach when I think about all the apathy within the church today. It's not just people in America, but Christians in particular ought to be the ones leading the charge against the evil deeds done in darkness. They're called to expose those deeds done in darkness. And yet, every time I even share with them about a corrupt police officer or about a politician who's lying or cheating or stealing, you know what they say? They say, oh, Romans 13, got to submit to authority. You know what? Poppycock. I say, hey, you know what? To what authority Jesus was submitting to when he stood up to the Pharisees and the Sadducees and called them sons of hell and brood of vipers and hypocrites. To what authority were Paul and all the other apostles or all the other early Christians thrown to the lions because they wouldn't submit to the tyranny and the authority of the people that were above them? No, if you continue to read Romans 13, what you come to realize is, one, it says, look, if you owe respect, give respect. Okay, so in other words, hey, if they come to arrest you, don't resist. Okay, they don't deserve it, they don't earn it. But hey, you know what? I've seen you get arrested in New York City, and what did you do? Did you throw a fit? Did you resist? No, you went with them, and then
because then they lost. If I'd have fought back, they would have won.
They would have won. That's right.
It's like Gandhi; it made them look bad.
That's right. So civil disobedience. That's what we need. Civil is the key word. Civil disobedience. But moreover, look, our governing authority isn't the politicians. Okay, they work for us. The governing authority.
Well, if we had a godly government, it would be. And plus, this is a new government, a new form where we, the people, not a king.
That's it. We're not subjects.
And so that means render unto Caesar. That's us.
That's right. We are Caesar. The Constitution is our governing authority. And when you see someone breach that Constitution, you ought to get up, stand up.
Exactly. When the police and the military and the government violates the Bill of Constitution, they're violating Romans 13.
They ought to go to jail. We ought to hold them accountable. I'm like with Ron Paul or Chuck Norris, man. I'd like to line up all those people and get with Ron Paul and say, which one of these guys is the crooks? And we'll just throw them in the heat pile. And if they don't want to go, we'll let Chuck put them in a sleeper hold until they just, and then Rundus will come in and carry him and throw them on the heat pile. They're all a bunch of crooks and they need to go.
Hey, Darrel, fire out the websites again. We'll have you back soon. Love you to death. Thank you for the donation because they had a big victory taking that from us.
It's mine. I got it. 10andwin.com. Go register to win, even if you can't list the law. And in 60 days and counting, youdonews.com. Get up, go out, get something.
Well, Darrel, we'll have you back on as that launches. Thanks for all your support.
Hey, my pleasure, man. God bless you.
I like Darrel. He is a real character and a great guy and has a lot of energy. We'll be back with this Jesse Ventura, where he talked about waterboarding with us 6-7 months ago, airing for the first time here. Since it's such big news now, I thought I'd air it. Stay with us.
Do you understand how dark it is? How far down the line we are? How late it is?